Hey there, how are you doing, team? Nokia Powers are here, and we welcome you all to the Nokia 2 video review. We post our reviews of any of the phones, any of the smartphones, after doing extensive tests and trials, and after putting them into use for a long time. So this Nokia 2 video reviews on the basis of our uses of Nokia 2 for more than 50 days again. So we took longer than usual with Nokia 2, but obviously there were like some constraints, some time constraints, and then other thing that was like we were trying to put a like a comprehensive test, as we say, based on our long uses of Nokia 2. So uh, here we are. So like you may have gone through our video tests where we tested the performance, we tested the like display, we tested the audio quality, and we also compared with Nokia 3, and we did a side by side testing between Nokia 2 and Nokia 3, and we also told you our opinion about which one to go for. Now in this Nokia 2 video review, we will start, and we will start with the design part, and then we will cover everything briefly, and we will tell you what we think about it. So starting with like we will first try to just make a case for it. So we will say that why Nokia 2, why should you go for Nokia 2 after all. So the first thing that is really goes in favor of Nokia 2 is its design. Like in low end, usually you would not get such build quality, such nice design actually. So we have like dealt with it in detail, that how it looks so good, so nice, so robust in your hand. It has a metallic frame, and then it has polycarbonate back. But the design quality, so like I will say that, I mean, the both things, the design wise, it looks really well made, it looks nice. And then when we talk about build quality, it is very good actually. It carries the same design engine as Nokia 3, and in a test, like torture test done by Jerry Rig everything, the famous YouTuber. So he was like, he tried his level best, but he was not able to destroy Nokia 2. And then he said that, I mean, obviously, kudos to Nokia quality. So we will just recommend you to go and check the test. So Nokia 2 has proved that the build quality wise and design wise, it is just a pure Nokia, even if it is like the lowest end. So that is the first compelling reason for buying a Nokia 2, because of its design, because of its build quality, because of its robustness. Now coming to the second big reason that we would like to recommend it for, its display. We have done display test both outdoors and indoors. Outdoors, when you go, when you try to see the sunlight legibility or sunlight readability, you would really be happy with how good it is. So in this price range, you rarely get this kind of display which you can actually work or read, I mean, which you can use to read or work under the sunlight. So it's very good. It has very wide viewing angles. Then when you come to display comparison, we did it with Nokia 3, and Nokia 3 is slightly expensive than this, but display wise Nokia 2 is as good as Nokia 3 in terms of color retention, color contrast, color reproduction. It's as good as like that. And it's very bright display. It has very bright display actually. So usually at 50-60% you get the correct kind of brightness. At the full brightness it becomes too bright actually, if you ask me. It's too bright. So then display is good. And one more feature which I really like in all the Nokia smartphones, from Nokia 2 to Nokia 8, these all come with some kind of coating which makes it fingerprint resistant. So you don't get fingerprint issues here. It nothing sticks here. You just wipe it and it becomes clean. So it's not at all a fingerprint magnet. It's fingerprint resistant kind of display, and that I recommend. Like for that, I recommend it. So display wise, design wise, Nokia 2 is really good. Now coming to other things which I really liked about Nokia 2. If you talk about the audio quality, we have done again the audio test, and you can find that audio output is loud, basically loud and rich. So even at maximum, you don't feel that kind of distortion. So if you max out the audio, and you would not feel the distortion. So that is something good, something for which I can really recommend it. Now the fourth thing which I really liked about is the camera. So rear camera is good. I mean, one thing, I mean, if you like to just use it as a point and shoot camera, rear camera is sufficient. For this price range, it is, I think, one of the best cameras that you will get. I mean, the best thing about all the Nokia cameras, which I have like all, I think I have used all except the Nokia 7, and all have the same algorithm. So they keep pictures very natural looking, colors very, very nice. It's all natural. So that is something which I really like. And many of us like to, see the natural thing, not much saturated, etc. So for in that case, rear camera is really good. I have really enjoyed using it. You can check my, camera review of Nokia 2 for full size sample so that you can decide yourself. Now, this last but not the least, and I would say the most highlighted thing. So, Nokia 2 comes with a 4100 mAh battery, and trust me, the battery life is awesome. No, I actually, out of all other Nokia smartphones, I really like and I really tell you that Nokia 3 has got the best battery life. It's amazing battery life, but when it comes to battery life, there is nothing that can beat Nokia 2. As you can see here, I had charged Nokia 2 7 days ago, and still it tells me that 4 days are left approximately. So this is like a standby. So this was more like a standby test for me. Today I have used it more, but so like I can tell you that 12 days is like easy target. 12 to 15 days. It can go on a full charge if you put it on standby. If you don't use it much, you can go. You can just like I mean just wake up the screen and check once or twice. Don't do much. It can last for 15 days. So that's a huge standby time. Surprisingly, you will be surprised to know that. And but you have the proof here. As I said, I have charged it 7 days ago, but still it says 4 days left. And today I have used it a bit more. Otherwise, it could have just shown here like 6 days left or 7 days left. So that is huge. Now coming to general usage comparison. So I told that it gives you like if you do heavy to moderate to heavy usage, it gives you like 6 7 hours more than Nokia 3. So putting that into figures, I can tell you that for a general light usage, it lasts up to like 2.5 days easily. If you do moderate usage, you can get a the battery charge of minimum like I think somewhere like 2.5. So no, so I should make it a better demarcation here. So if you do a light usage, you can go up to 3 days rather. If you do a moderate, it can go up to 2.5. If you do heavy usage, still it can last up to 48 hours. 2 days, yes. With a heavy usage, it lasts up to 2 days, which is huge. I have not seen such kind of battery life with a heavy usage, heavy blogger like usage on any device, including Nokia 3, which I really, really recommend for its battery life. So, battery life wise, nothing beats Nokia 2. In entire Nokia range, even other low-end smartphones can't be compared to it. Standby time is outstanding, somewhere from 12 to 15 days, and moderate, I'll take an average, so moderately it will last for 2.5 days easily after everything you do. So these are all things, in a low end device is really big. It's just feels like that you have a, kind of you have in your hand and you will start feeling that such big, good design, robustness, display, etc. And the battery life, these are compelling reasons. And on top of that, if you talk about the support, you can check it easily. So my device is so like I mean HMD has kept it updated, security updates, and it's confirmed to get audio 8.1. So it will get audio, it will get P, Android P, which will come from audio, but it's certainly going to get Android audio 8.1, which is great. So it's confirmed. So that is great actually. Now, why? I mean, now we'll talk about negatives. So we all talked about what makes the case for buying a Nokia 2. Now, what actually kind of is not as good, not so good. So I'm talking about now the other parts. Like if you talk about the performance is so far so good. We have demoed it. So if you do like I mean light games, if you do simple app multitasking, simple browsing, it can take everything and it will last. It does not crash, it does not reboot, it handles everything well. But when you put it to slightly heavy uses, you do multitasking, then it starts showing that it has got only 1 GB RAM. So I mean, you can tell me that it's a low end device. Why you're expecting so much with 1 GB RAM? But then, if you compare it to Nokia 3 is a much better device, in my opinion. Because of the 2 GB RAM, it can handle the multitasking part a better. So if you are kind of upgrading or coming from a feature phone or even a low-end smartphone, this phone would be fine for you. You will feel that okay, the performance is slightly better than your older phone, and you can live with it. But if you kind of compare it to any other phone, like Nokia 3, if you compare, or similar device, if you can compare, which is like 1,000 rupees more expensive than this, then you'll feel that why 1 GB RAM was there. So I think I mean, biggest issue with this device was why they provided only 1 GB RAM, while for normal day-to-day activities, normal day-to-day work like gaming, simple browsing, simple app handling, etc., it's awesome. It works fine without breaking a sweat. You can check our performance video. But as I said, it could have been much better if it had come with 2 GB RAM. But then it's the budget and device, so that is where I mean you can understand where they try to make like distinction between Nokia 2 and Nokia 3. So that is a thing which obviously I would like to tell you. Then the other part is other thing is that the FFC comes. FFC is like 5 megapixel with a fixed focus. So this is the first fixed focus FFC on any Nokia smartphone, and seriously, I really did not like it too much. So I mean that's there. So whatever demerit is there, we need to highlight it to you. So basically, those are like the two things when I will say when you try to, push it a bit more, then you will start feeling that, okay, the 1 GB RAM is not that sufficient. You can face some issues here and there. If you, I mean, kind of try to take a very nice selfie, then you can actually feel that, okay, if you could have got it like better with Nokia 3. So that is our recommendation if you ask me. While Nokia 2 will serve its purpose for its price range, it's really compelling. As I said, there are like hardly two demerits, and there are many merits to it. Design, display, audio, it's really good, and battery life is awesome. So those 4 5 things which are in its favor, but two things: the 1 GB RAM part, and the second, as I said, the FFC. These two things are really not that good, not that up to that level. Like if I compare. So there you are. Now you can understand what we think about Nokia 2. So we will recommend it for its price range. It's good device, but you will have to understand that's a budget end device. So you will have to expect a budget level performance from it. Apart from that, it will be really, you can just feel that okay, the design wise, display wise, then the battery life is awesome. As I said, the support, software update support is great. Everything. So in that way. So that's our video review of Nokia 2, where we recommend it for its price range. But if you can afford a bit more, you can should try to go for Nokia 3, which offers better performance, better FFC, better front camera than Nokia 2. So with that, we come to end of this video. Hope you have liked our video review of Nokia 2. Stay tuned for more on Nokia Power YouTube channel and NokiaPower.com. Thanks for watching.